Hello and welcome back to the Wargaming.net League Europe Season 5 Match Day 11. My name's Oliver Maxfield and next to me is Alex Coconcia. I'm your host for today. We've had 3 fantastic matches. The last one was probably the best one, Musa beating out Evil Panda Squad to secure their spot in the offline finals.
Yeah, that was amazing, and I love the matches today. Not because I'm here, but because they were really interesting with a lot of actions, and of course that's worth seeing for you guys on the VODs if you haven't managed to see them yet.
True, exactly. YouTube.com/WGL is where you should be heading. So 3 good matches. 4th one coming up before we do head into that one. I mean, between GGWP and Schoolbus, of course. We've got to check in with resident social media guru, which is, of course, the lovely Melly.
Thank you very much, Ollie. And yes, you've maybe figured that Pansy is not with us today. She's not feeling well, so send her some get well wishes over at Twitter at They Call Me Pansy. And of course, tweet us everything what's on your mind. Do you like seeing 4 matches today? Just use the hashtag WGLEU to tell us, actually. And another way of participating in today's show is voting for your favorite team and also leaving your predictions regarding this very matchup. It's a special one, since it should be played before, right?
Should have been played in match day 8, I believe.
Okay.
But because GGWP were playing in a tournament in China where they came 3rd, we had to reschedule it to today.
And GGWP already did well today.
True, they already managed to beat out DTQ. Was it DTQ?
No,
It wasn't DTQ. I'm going crazy right now.
Utopia 5-0. That's why you have me, Ollie, don't worry.
It's been 3 matches. It's been a long day. I thought Utopia, and then he looked at me weird, and I doubted myself.
I mean, the logo looks almost similar. I feel like glimpse on it very shortly. It's green and bluish and black.
True.
So the Utopia one is,
I've
so
got
we
that
can't
excuse.
blame you. And yes, GGWP already did amazing 5-0 clean victory over there versus Utopia. And yes, the 4th matchup of today, GGWP versus Schoolbus. Both pretty amazing teams, so this is going to be a good one. Get your predictions going on facebook.com/WGLEU. Head over to our voting app, vote for your favorite team, and then predict the exact scoreline of this matchup in the text field below. And maybe you get lucky and are one of the first 5 people to get the prediction right. You might win a bonus code containing 500 gold and 7 days of 7 days of premium. And I wasn't so sure for a second there. And if you don't have Facebook, don't be sad. You can send in your predictions via Twitter as well. Just use the sad hashtag WGLEU.
Yeah. If you want to get some free stuff, do head over there. Melly's the one to get free stuff from. So, I mean, all you got to do is vote for which team, and if you get it correct, you do manage to win all that good stuff. But anyway, back to the game at hand. GGWP versus Schoolbus. As Melly mentioned, Utopia has already gone down to GGWP today.
Yep.
Now, what are these 2 teams playing for? I mean, Schoolbus is currently sitting on 17 points, but they could drop below those top 6 spots.
Yeah, let's keep in mind that this is the last match for GGWP. They will not be. If they lose this match, then they are already qualified, to be honest. So the only thing that they could do is just be near Virtus Pro and battle for the first place, which would be really awesome to see them being up there. But for Schoolbus, they have 2 matches left, one against GGWP and one against Virtus Pro. So 2 incredible matches for them, very difficult.
Yeah.
And they are not yet...
TCM could overtake them or like put them on the same amount of points.
Yeah.
Kazna Crew could do the same. So, yep. I mean, if we look about today's results, Wusa got 3 points, so they've gone below WSD Gaming with 18 points.
Yeah.
And that's put Utopia down into 6th and Schoolbus down into 5th. But TCM and Kazna Crew could potentially nudge these guys out of those spots.
Definitely, and that's why they need a very good result tonight.
I think 1 point will do it. 2 points would be okay.
3 points would be amazing, and 3 points.
3 points would be them safely into the finals.
Yeah, they actually need 1 win. So no matter if it's a tiebreaker win or not, they just need a win.
Yeah,
they are qualified to the offline finals.
Yeah, it's true. So now getting to the more specifics of this game, Himmelsdorf's going to be our first map. I think it's been an interesting one for Schoolbus. They've clearly been a good team on this map, back and forwards. They've been very good attacking, and I have to say, Schoolbus, despite what I'd call a mid-season to end-season slump, you can still see that they're a good team. They just seem to lack some training and some perseverance.
Yes, I perfectly agree with you, and I can talk on the other side about GGWL played. I've seen them against WASD Gaming on Himmelsdorf. A swift 4-0. Of course, WASD Gaming tried some pretty interesting tactics
Yeah.
that didn't work out, but still, they are also strong on Himmelsdorf. So I'm really eager to see if GGWL play will win this map or not, or it will be a tie. It's not impossible.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why the reason why we're having 4 matches today, because we simply could not watch GG World Played versus Schoolbus. I mean, it wouldn't be fair to you guys for you not to watch GG World Played versus Schoolbus. It wouldn't be fair to anyone here not to watch these two. So we have to stay up late. We have to watch it. We have
Yep.
to know if Schoolbus does get themselves an offline position. In probably one of the matches I've been looking forward to at the beginning since the beginning of the season. Because it's kind of the old guard against the new dogs and the new guard. And to be honest, what the kind of form GGWL plays in is where Schoolbus should be at.
Yeah, definitely. I've waited for this match for some time already because we are facing two very powerful teams, very good teams, School Boss, winners of Rumble in the West, and with great performances in the past as well.
Hmm.
And GG well played, the best, let's say, underdogs of this season, who would have been expected them to perform so good so far, having being placed actually in second place.
Yeah, they've been very impressive all around this season. They didn't start off too well. They had a couple of shaky results, but they got better and better as we headed through. Clearly, their training partner, Unity, has been putting them through their paces and improving their gameplay. And I think it's a testament of time. It's a testament of attrition from GGWL Play that's given them this kind of good results. So we're almost ready to get into game. I can run you through GGWL Play's lineup real quick. They've gone for a pretty standard defensive lineup. Double T32 KV2, double IS3, double 5100. From them and from Schoolbus, also pretty standard attacking lineup. They've gone for the Waffentrager, triple IS3, double IS3, triple AMX 5200, and of course the T37. So they've gone for the tier 6, switching things up a little bit, but it's kind of coming a mainstay. Why do you think that is? I mean, we saw a lot of teams pick up the kind of two heavy tanks on the attacking and the defending side. Why they switched to the T37, the M41s?
Well, I actually think going back to 742, where they were using T1s, to spot the enemy tanks. I think that the T37 is a very good tank to spot, and if you go on the hill, you can easily see the whole map and see if the enemy is going aggressive or not. So probably using as a spotter the T37, but of course he can also be a very good damage dealer if you put him behind enemy tanks.
Yeah, if you find out your way on the back of an
Yeah.
MX 5100, that's just going to pound
Exactly,
the damage
exactly.
down. Yeah,
Exactly.
very right. So almost ready to get into game. Get your predictions into Melee. Also tweet us who's going to win between Schoolbus and GGWL Played at hashtag WGLU. Also follow us on Twitter for updates, and of course follow the Twitch channel below. So let's get into game between these two. It's going to be Schoolbus on the attack and GGWL Played on the defense. Of course, Schoolbus on the south and GGWL Played in the north.
And yeah, already we see Schoolbus not going on the hill, which is pretty awkward having the Waffentrager. But they will probably use the Rheinmetall Borsig on the one line, as we've seen before in previous matches on Himmelsdorf. Himmelsdorf is quite a popular map, if I can call it like that. We've seen it so many times already in this season.
I think people are just comfortable on it as well. I mean, we talked about being able to level up the scores quite easily on Himmelsdorf, but I know, like, for me, play on Himmelsdorf is like going back to basics. I feel comfortable on it. I know what to do.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you're right. And already we see Schoolbus getting in position. The T37 was just for a short time on the hill, and now probably we'll get information from the middle of the map. So we see Schoolbus so defensive right now. They're on the attack and they're so far back. Probably they're waiting for the T-37 to go up front and do some spotting, and thus giving the ability to Schoolbus to snipe from far away.
That was a big explosion. Might have given the game away a little bit there. Now to taking down a big old oil can. As you said, Shanish going forwards in the T-37 proactive spotter for Schoolbus, and it's an interesting setup. I mean, we've seen it before. Clearly, Schoolbus wants to get as much damage down that line towards Montiablo and Meritorious as they can. Shanish has got surprisingly far, and the shells are starting to rain down onto Monty.
Yeah, and as I said, look at the T-37 position. He's just there to spot, and they're trying to kill Montiablo early on, but no shells are really connecting.
No, none are actually hitting so far, and I think maybe 20 to 30 shells are coming out from these 250-100 to IS-3 and nuclear as well in T-32 or IS-3, I believe. So yeah, not going well for Schoolbus at this point in time. They've tried, they failed. Both 50-100s will now be reloading. Finally, one shell will connect, and I think that was via Armley.
Yep.
Finally does actually do some damage for his team.
Yeah, and very static play right now for Schoolbus. You can already see that this is a very important match from them. They are playing it very safe. They are very passive right now. They don't want to rush into taking rubbish decisions. So now Apple, the Annihilator and Arclight are doing the move around. They're probably going to switch around to the other base.
Ooh, Shanish just received a shell in that T-37. Down to 287, so now a one-shot for both an IS-3 and an AMX-5100.
It's very hard to predict. We are talking now about Schoolbus. It's very hard to predict where they will go next, what they will do next, because they are very good players and they are switching from one side to another or from one point to another very fast, as they sense the game very well.
So why do you think, for instance, Shanish is playing that T-37? I've always viewed Shanish as the second best player, or sometimes the best player in Schoolbus.
Well, probably you already have the
yeah, it's true.
answer.
It's a question and an answer, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and who else can Arclit trust to do a good job if not Shanish in that T-37?
Yeah, he's the model of reliability for Schoolbus, and they are setting up now two IS-3s, 250-100s, a bit like WSD Gaming. Wouldn't be surprised if they try and train against each other as much as possible. Cap in the IS-3, just going to get that cross, and Arclit nuclear peeking around. You can see, I believe, GGWL Play, they're actually aiming the wrong direction, but SC Dymo does spot those tanks in the middle, so Phoenix, Griffin are on the rotate. T-37's got to stay safe for another 10 to 15 seconds before he can go forwards. But you can see that 50-100 sitting in the middle of the courtyard still means that Schoolbus aren't willing to really make a definitive move yet.
They're waiting, they're figuring out that they're coming, that GGWP will come from behind, but that's not going to happen so far. And Nuclear taking a lot of damage over there, 500 damage. And still, Schoolbus is not committing, and 2 minutes left.
He just peeked too far and got punished for it, and I think you're right. You expected more tanks to be around the side. MX-5100 heading to the middle. Time is now ticking against Schoolbus on the attacking side on Himmelsdorf now. What will they do to try and alleviate that situation? 5100 stack coming up in the middle. Annihilator, Apwal, both fantastic players. Will always hit the shells, will always be reliable. Ron immediately swinging his turret around, ready for that reception. As again, GGWL played perfectly predicting what's going to happen in this match.
And look at International. Amazing, amazing play. They are actually waiting for Schoolbus to come around and to try to flank them. And Cappy, the Annihilator, and Apollo go again right now.
Ooh, but Cappy goes first, and because he's playing the IS-3, not really that much damage. The KV2 of Ron really doesn't do much, but the thing is, Griffin and the AMX51 just make up for it. Griffin does take down Cappy. Annihilator, though, will probably find International. Also, the claps from behind. The Borsig is really starting to work in his way towards Schoolbus, as they are really starting to win this game. The coordination is absolutely insane. FC Dynamo will probably fall, but Montiamolo makes up for it by taking down Armley. So back and forwards between these two teams. Which one will win? Ron is probably going to be off reload. No, he isn't. Apwell finds him. And to be honest, I see GGWP trying to make a last-ditch attempt onto Arklit in that IS3, who is alone.
And there comes the Ram. Phoenix tried to kill Nuclear through the Ram, but Arklit and Shanish destroyed 2 from GGWP. And now it's 5 versus 2 right now.
18 seconds left on the clock, 2 to find. Meritorious all the way up north. He's got 2 tanks on him in the T-37, the MX-5100. Apwell's going to come off reload. Quite a lot of HP left onto Griffin. Meritorious at least finds Chanish in the T-37. That's not a big deal. Griffin needs to be tracked. He needs to be taken down. The Annihilator has 4 shells left, so he should be able to take down Meri unless he amaraks him. But time is out, and despite the advantage, Schoolbus don't manage to pick the game up.
Wow, that was a very good coordination from Schoolbus, but a bit too late.
Too late. They need another 30 seconds.
Amazing play from Schoolbus. Such a good coordination, man.
Completely outclassed GGWP played.
Yeah.
First time we've ever seen that.
First time, actually, yeah, and so unlucky for them to run out of time.
Yeah, I feel a little bit disheartened there for Schoolbus. They just needed another 30 seconds because of the setup, and despite GGWP's positioning, the coordination was insane.
Yeah, but GGWP, let's keep in mind that GGWP predicted so well what the Schoolbus will do, but they didn't expect them to have such a good coordination. So in the end, GGWP lost it, in my mind.
Yeah, just the clock saving them in there at the end. So again, GGWP played. They seem to have an extra sense to know where the other team is on the map, but it didn't help them because Schoolbus are just that much better here right now, and clearly Schoolbus has got a lot of pressure on them. They need to be winning this match to guarantee them a slot in the season finals. As you said, Virtus Pro is their next matchup, so 2 very hard matches. Have to see how that one goes. Of course, lineups are being locked in again. Same from both teams. Again, GGWP played on the defense and Schoolbus on the attack.
And how do you see this going through? What's your prediction?
Well, I think Schoolbus is going to just be that step ahead, and I think they are looking really strong. They need to win this game. Simple as that.
Okay.
So I'm going to go for like a 5-4 for Schoolbus.
Oh, so you're going in for a 9th round.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to us?
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but
your predictions were pretty good in the last matches. So.
They always are, man. They always are.
Yeah, so the producer will kill you if this happens.
They always usually rubbish. I always get it wrong. Quite surprised, actually, today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 5-4 to Schoolbus. This is GGWP versus Schoolbus, so I wouldn't be surprised if it goes all the way. So, yeah, 1 round in favor of GGWP played via the clock. 2nd round coming up. Will Schoolbus manage to get the timing a little bit better? Quite often I get my timing wrong with my scrambled eggs, so I know where they're coming from as we head into game for our 2nd round.
Yeah, and I think we'll see the same thing going from Schoolbus. They have the same tank lineup, so things went pretty good for them in the start. Okay, not connecting any shells, giving out their position, but at one point they kept the attention from only 3 tanks towards the 1-2 line, and the other tanks were watching the other base. So it was a good play from them.
Griffin, Schoolbus heading towards the middle, but Griffin was in a good position to deal with that middle area. Decides not to go for it. Schoolbus now heading towards the 1-3 line. Now, where do you think the attack will come from?
I think from the same position, but I like where the Rheinmetall Borsig is going right now. He's going to be so far away, and he will have the opportunity to snipe from that position. Okay, it depends on the gun he has, but still a very good position for the Rheinmetall Borsig. But let's see how Schoolbus manages to coordinate themselves in this round.
At the moment, Schoolbus trying a few options out, thinking about a few options. GGWP play just in standard defensive positions. At the moment, aiming towards the hill. I mean, to be honest, you know, when the defense on Himmelsdorf, it's about resource allocation. How many tanks do you have facing towards the northern cap? How many tanks do you have facing to the western cap? That's the two things that are most important. Schoolbus now charging across the middle area. A little bit of damage heading towards Ron, I believe, from Armely with HE ammo. Or
Wow.
Shanish even, maybe.
So far away, Shanish. No
that's
way.
Must be Armely.
Yeah, Armorly, definitely. And he receives one shell as well.
Yeah, response from Montiablo, I believe. Second shell coming onto Shanish as well. So, not going quite as clean as it was last time for Schoolbus, but not a big deal. As you can see there, it was 190 damage. He's got bushes in front of him, and the Waffentrager's got great camo value, but with the 12.8, it might be so easy to actually make these shells. And if he does, he'll be quite lucky. International responding with one of his own, but both just skimming each other.
Yeah, and we're gonna see the same thing coming up from Schoolbus. It worked once, so they might even try to push faster this time. But look how GGWP is doing this right now. Where are they aiming right now? They're waiting on the other base, so they might get surprised, because there's nobody to spot Schoolbus at this point.
Unbelievable. Montiablo is not in a good position at T32. At the moment, Schoolbus waiting for that 5100 up the D line. And at the moment, I think as well, Shanish doing a great job in the T37 to keep Montiablo guessing, to keep Montiablo aiming. And honestly, if Schoolbus come around this corner, this could be the first time the whole season that GGWP gets caught by surprise.
Yeah, but let's not forget that IS-3 that is there in A2 and now spots the enemy tanks, and we should see a reaction from GGWP very soon, but it's not coming. It's too late.
They're so slow. They don't actually head around. Phoenix doesn't really realize. It seems like GGWP are sleeping Meritorious, trying to keep them at bay. Some damage just head their way, and well, Schoolbus are really doing some work here.
And shells are flying towards Meritorious. FC Dynamo goes in front, the 250-100, waiting for the rest of Schoolbus to advance, but they are not going to advance. They don't have, they don't need to right now. They want to destroy that IS-3 behind the train station first.
Seems like GGWP are not losing their nerve. They're standing their ground. Still concerned, obviously, by Armely and the Waffentrager to the right. Shanish continues to be spotted, but Schoolbus has free reign to move forwards. They go hull down with Nuclear to the left side, but he's playing the IS-3, so it's very hard to be tall enough. He can't be tall enough to shoot through that building unless the tank gets very close. That's why you usually see a T-32 there.
And Cappy receiving one shell over there from Meritorious. And seems like Schoolbus will try to commit right now. They're pushing forwards, and let's see what's going to happen.
But yeah, the T-32 to the left. This could go badly for Schoolbus, but I think they have the coordination today. First shell comes out, doesn't connect on the FC Dynamo. Second one won't make that mistake. You can see the focus fire is really superb from Schoolbus. Will FC Dynamo fall? Yes, he does. A little bit of back and forth between the two teams as they duel it out. No kills coming out from Schoolbus. It's Nuclear to find Ron. That's the second frag now for Schoolbus. They're doing so well of taking down the HB for GGWP. Third one falls. It will be Griffin, but the Annihilator also has got to be careful in the background. He is low HP. Apwow has also got one, and honestly, I don't see Montiablo. Annihilator has to swing that tire around before he gets killed. Yes, he does do it. He takes down Montiablo, and it's a 4 versus 3 situation.
Wow, and Amelie has a lot of HP left and a lot of potential to deal a lot more damage, but the Annihilator over here tries to put some pressure on Meritorious, but Meritorious knows he's on the reload. Arclit in the meantime manages to kill that 5100 that was in A4, but the 5100
They have to cap.
yeah, who is that? Oh, Phoenix is low HP.
Meritorious gets a nice little bit
So far away.
I'm not sure who's going to win this one.
It's still so close. Normally they don't have enough time to cap, and Arclit is in the middle of both Meritorious and Phoenix.
You've done such a good job, despite Schoolbus's best efforts. GGWP's cowardice has got themselves out of this situation as they do head north. At the moment, Arclit's got to get himself into the cap. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough time. I think he just missed it by a few seconds, and also Phoenix can still... Oh, it's so close. He missed it by about 1 second. I don't think this is going to be enough from Schoolbus.
Definitely not, and I'm not sure if they know that, because I would go out of the cap right now and go for the kills, but with those slow tanks, it's probably impossible to do so.
They knew it was impossible to do so from the beginning. Phoenix can just run away. I mean,
Yeah.
the Waffentrager can't catch up with it. The IS-3 can't catch up with it. So it's going to be game over. And once again, that 5100, that 7 HP 5100 running away saves GGWL play.
Yeah, impressive play by GGWL played. Not due to their coordination, but due to their luck. So much luck.
Yeah.
So much luck.
7 HP, I mean, that's just a slightly higher roll and
Yeah.
would have been the game over.
Shanish could have killed him.
Yeah, Shani should... Yeah, I mean, Shani should have gone for... I mean, Arclit should have gone for Mary. Shani should have gone for the 5100. But, I mean, we can see at least where it went right for Schoolbus, as they did do that initial push against GGWL played. It was just a coordination. FC Dynamo went down so quickly, and then Ron fell after that, so it was like a 2-for-1.
Yeah. Amazing play by Schoolbus over here. You can see their coordination right now. Amazing. Just amazing. How fast GGWL play tanks just fell apart.
I wish we could see how great some of these shots are, even at close range. I mean, I'd love to see them, how good they are in the first-person view. You can see Annihilator just about managed to do it. But look, Phoenix is already on the run. The T-37 on the side, Oshani should have been straight on him. He should have been there. And it should have been Apoel. It should have been Armley go to the left of the train station and Arclit go to the right, and they would have done it. So they lack coordination in the parts that they needed it.
Yep. But still, they were on the attack, and now they're going back to the defense. If they win these 2 rounds on the defense, then it's even, and they can easily go the heads up in the second map.
True. I mean, it's Himmelsdorf, so losing twice on the attack's not a big deal. But 2 times, they came very close. 2 times, they lacked the time to finish this one off. So it's going to be the switcheroo, as we said. Schoolbus now on the defense, and GGWL played on the attack. Looks like the defensive lineup from Schoolbus is slightly different. They're still going for the 6 tier 8s to 1 tier 6, but... no, they're not. They're going for the 2 tier 7s, actually. KV3 and Bulldog. So, in my opinion, I prefer that. I mean, got the KV3... Still says 390 damage, pretty good turret armor, and then you got the Bulldog as well for the speed.
Yeah, it's a very good combination, and you can use the Bulldog, for what,
Yeah.
to spot the enemy tank. So
exactly, you can get them on the hill, you can be fast. So I mean, imagine GGWL played are going to do pretty much the same as Schoolbus did. They got the IMX 5100s, the IS3s, and the T37, of course. The only really good setup for this map, I kind of think. I mean, we've seen a lot of variations. We saw Schoolbus pick the FV304. We've seen Evil Plan Squad pick the TOG2. We've seen Tigers. We've seen ISs. But at the end of the season, this seems to be the choice for these teams.
yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen here? Do you think GGWL players are going to get lucky, or Schoolbus is going to defend twice?
I honestly hope Schoolbus will defend very good, because giving a round to GGWL play might just cost them the match, to be honest.
True, I agree with you. I think it's do or die time for Schoolbus. GGWL played are not really playing for anything. Maybe a chance at that first place, but theoretically Virtus Pro should be able to get that one as well, as we do head in game. 2-0 to GGWL played, but don't read into that too much. It's 2-0 on the defensive side. And, well, it's time for GGWL play to show their mettle, as they do go on the attack.
Yep, and we see a little bit of split right now, with Phoenix going on the 2-3 line, and the M41 Bulldog, no, he stopped at the church and waiting for the M41 Bulldog to come and spot them, so they can get some shots towards him, sorry. And quite an unusual split from GGWL play, if I may say so.
Yeah, really weird. I mean, they haven't got Waffle Tiger, so they can't put that on the hill. They got the spot on the T37, so they're clearly going to play for the hill because they want to see if there's going to be any surprise, a surprise counter move from a tank coming from the hill. So I guess that's what they were thinking there. But with the T32, the only way I see that really working is in that D3 area.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting to see what Cappy is doing over there. I really want to see him in that position. The IS-3 is coming a little bit for international over there, and on the other side, the banana way, as I like to call it, the other two it's an IS-3 and the T32. Yeah.
So they're going to go left here, I guess.
Yep, probably they're going as you said, but they might also be surprised. We see Schoolbus having Shanish over there with a 5100. In quite an unusual position as well.
Yeah, very strange positioning from Schoolbus. I mean, usually you'd put an IS-3 or T-32 there because, well,
yeah,
the 5100 is not a hull-down tank. It will just be penetrated every single time. And I honestly see that's what's going to happen. Montiablo is going to go forwards. He's going to get hull down, and then he's going to annihilate Shanish. So Shanish clearly has to rotate and get out of there.
Definitely. And we're looking at what GGWL Plate is doing right now. They're trying to gather the strength and push on one side to get some damage done. And we see the IS-3 going towards Arclet. Yeah, he's spotted right now. And they know he's there, so their main purpose right now should be to kill Arclet. And the M41 Bulldog is now spotted, and he's in a very difficult situation right now because he has to run away, and he doesn't have a free path to do so.
No, he can actually get found on the side very quickly. I thought indeed that M41 was kind of a little bit too eager to stay in that position, but he is behind the house. Arclet is probably a better player than FC Dynamo with that IS-3. I mean, Dynamo great in the 251, but Arclet is a guy who just survives, and it's going to happen anyway. Phoenix does find Cappy.
Yeah, he was the executioner. Killer.
M41 dispatcher.
Yep. But now they have a slight advantage. So they just have to take to make some out of it.
Yeah, they have to do something with this M41 going down. I thought that M41 was expecting that GGWL plays onto the hill, but that clearly didn't happen, and that's why he got caught out. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. GGWL Plate still has some time to play around with here. Arclet aiming down towards FC Dynamo. Dynamo this time getting the better of him. Nice little high roll there, 424. It's a 390 average from that BL9, and despite the fact that most of GGWL plays seems to be spotted, I mean, Schoolbus don't seem to really have an answer.
Yeah, there's not a lot of movement from them. And we see the 5100 now going towards Arclet, so that might be the end of him.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ron actually almost went down as well. Shanish is in support on Arclet. At the moment, it's 1 versus 1 against Arclet and Phoenix, and I don't know. I think Arclet's one of those guys who can bounce shells when he shouldn't be able to bounce shells, and I think Phoenix didn't realize that Shanish is up north. But the thing is, GGWL Played has all the answers to what Schoolbus is offering.
Definitely, and also Arclet has the backup. You can see in the far away Shanish is staying in his back and helping him with Phoenix. That's probably one of the reasons that Phoenix is not going for Arclet. And because of his HP right now, 682, he could receive one shell and just kill him easily after that. But still, he doesn't want to lose too much HP early on.
Yeah, a bit of back and forth. Montiablo gets better. Nuclear gets the better of Montiablo. It might have been Apoal as well, so I don't know. I don't know who's winning this game yet. You can see the HP is too close to call. Nuclear and Montiablo again butt heads, but Griffin around the corner, around the flank, and to be honest, Schoolbus is distracted by Montiablo. 1 minute and 22 seconds left on that timer, so honestly, this is do or die time for GGWL Played. If they want to pick up an attacking round, they found Arclet. They're going for Nuclear next. They found a lot of damage onto him. Montiablo, though, trying to be stepped behind, but with 1 minute and 10 seconds, Griffin on the flank as well. He's going to be able to do so much damage. Armley in that KV3, it's not a big deal if he goes down, as he is a tier 7, but does a good amount of damage at the end. Annihilator should be able to find him, and will Schoolbus be able to hang on?
That's the question we all need an answer for. And Nuclear is very low HP. We see a lot of low HP tanks from Schoolbus. Apple has the most HP right now. Also Shanish has a lot more as well. Mount Diablo and International going through and trying to get Apple. Mount Diablo going directly for the Annihilator. Apple one-on-one with, I don't know who's that. Oh, International.
Shanish finds International. Montiablo takes Apple out. So Shanish is the last one remaining. 15 seconds left. 20 on the clock. 25 seconds left in total. And I don't know, man. I think this might be GGWL plays game quite easily. And it is. FC Dynamo dispatches as the last tank of Schoolbus. And surprisingly, 3-1.
You mean 3-0?
3-0, sorry.
Yeah,
3-0.
3-0. And it might be 4-0 because GGWL played is very strong on Himmelsdorf. So it confirms what I was saying before. Very good play for them on Himmelsdorf. They have confirmed them being the strongest team on Himmelsdorf, besides Virtus.pro.
But then Schoolbus made the mistake with the Bulldog. I don't like Arclia's position that much, so I'm not sure. I think it was more Schoolbus just
being very slow into the battle.
Very slow into the battle. Yeah. And not predicting that Griffin's going to come around. Being distracted by Montiablo for a good minute. Mistakes all around.
Yeah. Yeah, and as we can see right now, it's 3-0 for GGWL played.
3-0. This is a tall order for Schoolbus to come back from. I mean, of course, they can do it. And to be honest, if I was a team out there, I would just be banning Himmelsdorf against GGWL played because they're just too good at it. I mean, these guys have come back for nothing to be good on Himmelsdorf. They've done a lot of practice on it, and they've put themselves in a great position. Schoolbus needs to win this next round.
Yeah, and if not, they are already in the most difficult situation ever. Imagine them losing on this in this match. They have to actually go to tiebreaker with Virtus.pro, which is not impossible, but very difficult.
Yeah, this is tricky times now for Schoolbus. They're playing for a spot in the Season 5 finals. If they win this one, they will go. If they lose this one, they may not go. Depends on the results between TCM Gaming and Kazna Crew. Not between the two, but who they win against. Of course, Kazna's got to play momentum, so that's going to be a tricky game for them. And Drooling Leprechauns has got to play Kazna as well. So they've got two potential wins Kazna should make. TCM Gaming, they have a harder time, but they can make it tomorrow as well. So a couple of tricky matches for both teams, but nevertheless, Schoolbus have to win this next round on the defensive side of Himmelsdorf. They can't make the mistakes they made last time. They have to do everything they possibly can. It's everything on their shoulders.
Yeah, well, I really want to see Schoolbus doing a lot better in this last round of Himmelsdorf. They just really have to play it standard. If they play standard, then okay, they might actually manage to coordinate themselves and get the win. If they try something different again...
Well, they didn't try something so different. I mean, that's just... I've seen that done by WST Gaming as well, like where Arclia's position, the Bulldog and stuff. But I just don't like it. Yeah. I think the problem with that Bulldog position, as with WST with the 250 100s, you just get surrounded so easily, and once your escape route's cut off, you just do no damage and you die.
Yeah, it's very tricky. Actually, TCM also used a little bit.
True, TCM as well.
But they actually had two 5100s instead of the Bulldog, which is
that's what I meant. It wasn't WST, it was TCM Gaming.
Yeah,
true.
With the two 5100s. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good pick right there in that position instead of the Bulldog. But I was thinking that we can call this an advanced defensive position on Himmelsdorf.
Yeah.
With that ISP over there and with that info on Bulldog as well, very advanced. But in the end, I think if you want to play like this, you should really commit for that base and probably just keep one tank for the other base.
Yeah, just put like your T-37 up there or something, or KV3 or whatever you got.
KV3, yeah, because
just put KV3 hull down. Exactly. If you lose it, not a big deal. You got your Bulldog alive. You can flank around. You can have a little bit of fun there. So we're just waiting for Arclit to join us into this game. Once he comes, we'll be able to get underway. So do head over to Twitter at /WGLU and #WGLU. Let us know who you think is going to win. Will Schoolbus manage to get themselves a spot at the Season 5 finals? If they don't, it'll be one of the biggest upsets we have in the Wargaming League Europe for a very long time, as of course they're the Season 4 champions, and of course the Rumble is in the West, where they managed to beat Virtus.pro out in the finals there as well. So it would be a big fall from fame for them, and it would be a real shame because I think they are part of the scenery at the finals.
Yeah.
Well, no disrespect to GG Well Played, but they're a new team. And, well, they can't make that many upsets in a season. Surely not.
Of course, I can't imagine an offline finals without Schoolbus, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
I think we would be missing if we had Schoolbus. I would be upset. But we are finally in game. Arclit's finally joined us. Line up quickly, 2 5100s, 2 IS3s, 2 T32s, and a KV2. And for GG Well Played, 2 5100s, 3 IS3s, T32, and a T37. So pretty standard from both teams. Again, Schoolbus will be defending, and the scoreline is 3-0. So guys, GG Well Played has to lose this round for Schoolbus to basically have a chance at those finals. Unless they beat Virtus Pro, of course. Which is slightly harder than GG Well Played, in my opinion.
yep. And let's see how Schoolbus is playing this. If they are playing it aggressive or just a standard defense. And it seems like they're going for a standard defense right now. And GG Well Played is going on the hill with 3 tanks, if I can count properly. And Meritorious, FC Dynamo, and Monte Diablo going on the banana way. The T37 is left on the 1-2 line to do the spotting to the T32 and probably get some attention from Schoolbus, while the rest of GG Well Played tries to go for the other base.
Yeah, options on the cards for GG Well Played. As you said, Schoolbus, the only change is that they got the KB2. And, well, let's see if it can do better than the KB3. So they might be expecting a hill play with that KB2. And we've only seen it really penetrate once. And when it does penetrate, it can do a good 900 damage with HE.
Of course, but only in the back of a 5100.
Or it can do the side as well.
Oh, yep. It works like an artillery, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And you're not really going to hit anything at range. Shells coming towards Shanish via Griffin and Phoenix, none connecting, but still might as well have a little crack at that one. And once they do that, they'll be waiting for the reload before they do head off the hill. So where do you think the attack's going to come from GG Well Played?
It's hard to say at this point, but looking at the tank set on the hill, I think it will go for a push from the 5 line, and also with some tanks on the coming from A8, 8-7 from that part, and trying to go for with the tanks in the cap. But no, you see already Monte Diablo is denying what I'm saying, going that T32 in D3. So they are still considering their options. Still enough time left. We still see International going from A8 position, going in that position actually. He might try to do some damage towards Apuau in that T32. The GGWP right now is pretty split on the minimap, if you can look. And Schoolbus just waiting for them to go on one side, and of course they are keeping their eyes on the second base.
Griffin does make a shell. Just take a shell from Apuau. Good play by him.
Best position for a T32 right here.
Yeah, really is sick position there from the T32. Another shell connecting, but it's just the HE shell from the KV2 and onto the side of that IS3. Good prediction play, but here comes the charge from GG Well Played. FC Dynamo, Monte Diablo, Meritorious heading across the middle of that courtyard. It's not that much damage coming out onto them. I say that again. A big shell by Cappy and 700 landing onto side FC Dynamo, but it should have been more because they were shooting a lot of shells towards International. Monte Diablo hitting Apuau, forcing him to use that repair kit as well. And I don't know, Monty's been really on point in that T32, and I'm quite surprised because it's pretty hard to be good in a T32.
Yeah, but looking now at GG Well Played, they have really solid positions. Oh, a reset over there. Not that good for GG Well Played, but still they have really good positions in the cap. They just need to be patient and wait for the rest of Schoolbus to attack.
Yeah, they just need to wait until they can head around. I think Arclit might be wanting to join the rest of his team, but he is spotted, so he's got to be careful. Apuau, Cappy, Armley, Nuclear, and the Annihilator will be making this push. They've done good initial damage, so theoretically should be able to do it. Another reset comes from Cappy. Good work. And honestly, this is just going to be an all-in play from Schoolbus towards that cap, and I think that's the perfect move. Because GGWL played is expecting a rotation around, that's why they got a T37 there and two 5100s.
Yeah, definitely. And look, already a 5100 is going on the other way, but we see the push in play.
Yeah, they're going to go forwards. First Shell doesn't have an armor lead, but it doesn't really matter. It might be a bad thing, actually, because he will be on reload. Here comes Nuclear. Here comes Arclit. The firing squad of Schoolbus are heading around. Mary Torres clearly the first target, first on the line to try and go down. Cappy trying to do as much damage as he can. And this is the thing. It is just about GG will play to try and hang on. I can actually radio broadcast this as I got it on my screen. At the moment, it's going Schoolbus's way. They're just trying to do as much damage as they can. They're keeping GGWL played at bay. Phoenix is trying to be careful on the side. He's got the reload. He's doing some good job. This is the coordination from that team is absolutely on point, and Schoolbus are forced to retreat.
Wow, what a play from Schoolbus.
Back to my screen. Shanish, Cappy, and Nuclear down. International falls as well. And here we go, back again. 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and Schoolbus looking very bad. Will this be a 4-0? Will Schoolbus not be joining us potentially at the offline finals? They have to play. Arclit has to hit those shots. Apoel has to hit those shots. No, he doesn't. Montiablo does, though. Finds his kill onto him. Phoenix is almost on reload. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. The Annihilator up in the northern corner. Ron might even find him, but the Annihilator has all the shells. Will Ron take him down? Oh, Griffin finds Arclit, though. And, well, 4 tanks left. The Annihilator just find Ron, so no embarrassment there. And I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I'm pretty sure our scoreboard wrongs, and I'm pretty sure the Annihilator was the final tank left.
Wow.
For Schoolbus. It's going to be 4-0.
4-0, wow, amazing score. And we have to say, sorry guys, about the game crash, but it definitely happens since the 9.5 patch, and only on Himmelsdorf. It's pretty strange.
I don't get it.
I don't get it as well.
I think Himmelsdorf is this 8-bit, you know, like the,
winter mode, yeah.
I think it's the Himmelsdorf is the map it's based on, that's why it's crashing.
Yeah, well, it's very buggy. I'm sorry that you guys didn't have to see, you didn't have the chance to see all the action, but we can say that was a very...
I don't know how that went on for Schoolbus. They pushed around, but they didn't commit to it. You could see like they were going 1 versus 1 on the corner, and that was the problem because Phoenix and that 5100 could just turn around, and as soon as Phoenix turned around, it was game over. Schoolbus should have just gone forwards and just dealt the damage. We can look at the damage here. Griffin, it was Griffin, not Phoenix. Griffin did 2.1k.
Wow.
Nuclear did 2.1k as well, but GGWL played. I mean, 4-0 against Schoolbus. What the hell?
And are we going to see a 5-0?
Probably we are.
Wow.
Pretty incredible stuff. But while we take stock here, Melly will take stock of the social media channels. How is it going over there?
Well, I was sitting back at the producers, and I said either this is going 5-0 or 5-4. That was like my first impression of this game, and it seems like going that way. And people, you're predicting actually pretty right. You're voting with 64% for GGWL played, and if we look closer on the voting results, well, it's mixed. It's actually mixed. We have a lot of close predictions and a lot of 5-1, 5-0. But yeah, the game is over when a team scores 5. So we're heading into a second map, and there's plenty of chances for Schoolbus to get back on track. But it's really hard for a team to come back from such a situation.
Yeah, it's
moral-wise.
Almost impossible now. I mean, I'm just so surprised that GGWL played isn't going to make this their third 5-0. That's what I'm thinking right now.
But yeah, let's see how it goes. Another update from the Silver Series. Synergy took down Strong Siema with 5-3.
So definitely Ding is now in the first place.
Yeah.
Strong Siema is second, and Synergy has less than 50 points till the first 2 places. And with 2 matches left, it's possible to do so.
Well, looks good for them then. We have another question over at Twitter. Where can we get free bonus codes? It's easy. Just head over to our social media platforms on Twitter and Facebook. And one way is getting involved on Twitter. Join the discussion by using the hashtag WGLEU. Another way is just participating in our voting. via our voting app, where you simply have to choose your favorite team and then predict the exact scoreline of this very matchup, and hope that you get one of the 5 first ones to have it right, and then you get rewarded with a free bonus code. But you have to do something, obviously. We can't give that out for nothing, right? So another question from the community regarding esport, actually. So your expertise is asked, guys. What upcoming changes will really impact the esports scene, and how will teams adapt?
Well, I think the accuracy nerf probably in the next patch. That will be a very good impact to the teams. I think the play that we see now with sniping from far away will not be the same.
Yeah,
this patch.
I think there won't be much sniping in 9.6. It's going to be our brawls and coordination in there.
Yeah.
So this is one of the main changes.
Yeah. And of course the nerfing of tanks, that always helps.
Of course. Well, thank you very much, guys. And yes, before we're heading into the second map, we have a very short little cute video for you lined up. Have fun with one of the 8-bit tales. Well, now you know how those maps are rebuilt so fast. Yes, people, if you have any further questions, just head over to Twitter and tweet us using the hashtag WGLEU. And if you like the 8-bit tale, just go on over on YouTube and search for it. Sorry, 8-bit and then WOT, and you should be fine finding all the 8-bit tales and all the episodes. So, people, I think teams are ready.
This could be an historical 5-0 victory to...
Are you really going for that?
I'm going to go for that. I mean, seriously, GGWP literally hasn't lost in their last 3 matches.
Yeah.
Unheard
They're on
of.
a killing spree.
They're unstoppable, and they feel like Superman right now. And let's see if Schoolbus can stop the rot and maybe cling back a few rounds. They'll need 4 to be able to pick up 1 round.
Amazing.
We've seen Virtus.pro beat TCM on Prokhorovka, which is our next map, 4 times in a row. Will Schoolbus do it?
Yeah.
No.
I think they'll get to 3 rounds, okay, but not the 4th.
I agree with you. So, guys, looks like Schoolbus will be bowing out of this game with a 5-0 or something along those lines. GV Panther played by Arclit. He's a fantastic player. First time we've seen a GV Panther on this map, I do believe. We've seen a Lorraine 15551, but not that GV Panther, the tier 7 German artillery. And, well, GGWP did not play on Himmelsdorf, but it doesn't seem to matter as Cappy just gets cancelled, and I don't think they're going to stop. Montiabla goes in for the charge, but I don't think he's really going to do much as he does fall as well. The Annihilator makes sure of that, and to be honest, that was a little bit sloppy from him. I think they had the momentum and they just want to keep it going.
Wow. Look at this action over here. FC Dynamo manages to kill Amarly. The Annihilator should be the next, but no, it's Shanish picked by FC Dynamo and Meritorious. Shanish is very low HP, and we're seeing the whole of GGWP committing right now. What can you make out of this?
I don't know. I don't think it's going well for Schoolbus. I don't think they're even trying at this point. They didn't even seem to be shooting. The Annihilator should not have 3 shells left in that T69. He should have shot them all, but he didn't. And I believe this is going to be a 5-0. Arclet trying to make a desperate start in the GV Panther, but Phoenix will dispatch of him. Cosy shot, he got spotted. FC Dynamo does receive a couple. Apwow and Nuclear, the final two remaining for Schoolbus, and with them maybe going their chances of qualifying for the Season 5 finals. Nuclear down to a slither, Apwow down to a slither. The Nuclear falls via Griffin, and Apwow, the final man remaining for Schoolbus, and he does also get dispatched with some clinical fashion, and a 5-0 to GG Well Played. Who would have thought it?
Wow. Wow, amazing.
I mean,
GG Well Played, man.
Ridiculous scoreline for GG Well Played. They're just on fire right now. I mean, they can look through this. 5-1 against TTQ, 5-0 against GG Well Played, 5-0 against Drooling Leprechauns. I mean, this is like their 4th round, so you can see the standings there. It will boost GG Well Played up into the same points as Virtus Pro, WST Gaming staying the same, Schoolbus staying the same, but if you look, Woos has secured their slot in the Season 5 finals, and now Kazna Crew and TCM Gaming have a good chance, if they win their matches, of pushing both Schoolbus and Utopia out of that 5th and 6th spot.
Yeah, let's not forget that Schoolbus still has 1 match left against the Titans Virtus Pro.
Yep.
But they really need to perform a lot better.
I think Virtus Pro will be thinking, we definitely don't want Schoolbus there because of the kind of curse they have them at the offline finals, have with them at the offline finals. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's games. We had a few interesting ones, more than a few actually. We had 4 tight matches. I can't even remember all the scorelines. There's so many of them, but that's not it even. We've still got more games to tomorrow as well. We'll be seeing Virtus Pro versus Schoolbus. It's going to be the first game tomorrow. Then we're going to be seeing Drooling Leprechauns versus Castle Crew, and finally WST Gaming versus TCM. It's going to be the last official match day of this season, but your overall conclusion on today's matches?
We had great matches, great action, a lot of surprising results. DTQ versus Momentum and GG Well Play versus Schoolbus. Surprising results. So I think this day was great. Great from all point of view.
Yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic. But Melly, you're going to have the final words on what's been a pretty epic long haul of World of Tanks.
Absolutely mind-blowing. We saw some World of Tanks history tonight, if you ask me, and a lot of people from the community for sure say the same. And people, thank you all for staying with us throughout the whole night from 6:30 p.m. CT towards, well, 11:30. Thank you very much. It was amazing. And to wrap up today's games, it was GG Well Played versus Utopia 5-0, TTQ versus Momentum 5-4, Vuza versus Evil Panda Squad 5-3, and GG Well Played versus Schoolbus another 5-0. I don't know if that ever happened. A team playing 2 games on a match day, both 5-0. Ollie, something.
I don't think that's ever happened.
Well, never.
No, definitely not.
Wow.
Just amazing. Well, thank you guys for your expertise, for amazing casting. And as said, thank you all for your amazing participation on our social media networks. As said, follow us on Facebook, like us on Twitter. It's the other way around. I always mess it up at the end. And people, it's been a long night, and thank you all for staying with us. Have a good night, and see you back tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. CT.